You know, it's amazing how we live in a world where everybody is just pretending to be offended, where everybody's acting like, oh my God, this is the highest amount of corruption that I have ever seen. And here's the thing. I'm not pretending to be some person that has like the standard of the moral high ground, captured essentially. But the thing is, I'm getting really sick and fucking tired of the right claiming to be, the side of morality and values and believing that, they are on the side that is most moral. How? Exactly how is it that you can claim to be the side that is most moral? What basis do you guys base this upon? I would love for somebody to come on and tell me how they can actually believe this crap. Because you're not. And I'm not claiming that the Democratic side is the most moral side. But the fact of the matter is legislation and policy means a hell of a lot more than bluster. Because that's what the right actually tends to be. A party of bluster. They claim to care about the family, but they vote against every bit of legislation that actually protects the family. I mean, I'm just completely confused by this. Can somebody please try to explain this to me? I mean, I'm trying really, really hard to find some common ground with people that happen to be right-leaning. But right now, it's getting harder and harder. Now, listen, if you feel like I'm attacking you, honestly, just take it for what it's worth. Because, like I said, those of us on the left need to go more on the offensive and start holding you guys that claim to be the party of morals and character and values to the fucking same standard that you seem to want to hold us, essentially. Now, why am I doing this video? Why? Because on Sunday, President Biden, pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. Okay? Now, let's make one thing clear. I don't give a shit about Hunter Biden. I don't fucking care about him. And I've made that abundantly clear. I've said it on my social media, regardless of what platform it is, whether it's Facebook or TikTok or X. I don't care. I don't give a shit about Hunter Biden. I mean, if he actually ended up going to prison, I wouldn't have cared whatsoever. Because, I mean, why should I give a shit about what one guy does, what Hunter Biden is? Because he means nothing to me, honestly. All right? He's another fucking guy, okay? Now, I'll put it to you like this. I do believe that Hunter Biden is a man that has been plagued with addiction. He has been sober for 5 years now, and he's been battling this addiction. Now, I've seen people that have actually battled addiction, and I know how hard it is. The thing is, though, I don't care about him still, to this day. I don't care about this guy. But the fact of the matter is that, like, people on the right seem to think that, like, oh, well, what about Hunter? I don't care about Hunter. So the reason why I bring this up is because Joe Biden pardoned his son for 11 years. And the reason why he pardoned him is because of Trump's nomination of Kash Patel, a guy that's not qualified, to be the director of the FBI. This dumb motherfucker has no qualifications to be the director of the FBI whatsoever. But there are a bunch of MAGA-loid morons that believe he's qualified only because Trump says he's qualified. The guy has no experience in the FBI. He has never spent time working in the FBI. But yet this guy is going to be the director of the FBI. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. I mean, this is so backwards ass logic, but yet people are going to defend this simply because Trump says, oh, he's great. I think he's going to make a great individual. This guy has made abundantly clear he's going to go after everybody that's critical of Donald Trump, and he's going to go after mainstream media outlets. He's going to go after people that are critical of Trump in every aspect. Those are his qualifications. So that's the main reason why Joe Biden pardoned Hunter Biden. But now the right wing is suddenly offended that Joe Biden is handing out pardons. Do you know how many pardons he's actually handed out? About 29 pardons total. That's how many pardons he's handed out. Trump has handed out, like, got 5 times as many pardons when he was president. And some of his pardons has gone to some of the worst people, to include people like Roger Stone, piece of shit. Steve Bannon, a piece of shit. We're also talking about people like Charles Kushner, who he just made his ambassador to France. What are the qualifications for Charles Kushner to be the ambassador of France again? Excuse me? What? What? He made Charles Kushner, a guy that has no qualifications, the ambassador to France. This guy is a criminal. Oh, but let's not even go down that route, okay? Trump has also pardoned people that have been found guilty of war crimes, to include Lieutenant Clint Lawrence. This guy is a war criminal. And I don't give a shit what anybody fucking says, okay? There are people that served with this guy that were traumatized by his acts. This guy was acting like he was fucking, G.I. Joe fucking commander, and going out there and basically acting like he is Joe Hero and whatnot, when he wasn't. He was found guilty in a court-martial and sentenced properly. But guess what happened? Instead of serving out his full 19-year sentence, he serves 6 years. He gets a pardon from Donald Trump. But yet everybody's flipping the fuck out over what Joe Biden pardoned Hunter Biden for. Are you kidding me? Really? Listen, I don't care about Hunter Biden. I've said that from the word go. But the fact of the matter is y'all don't give a shit about this. You're just saying, oh my God, he is pardoning. This is corruption at the highest order. What it's not. It is not corruption at the highest order. You know what is corruption at the highest order? The person that's the most corrupt human being I've ever seen is, in fact, Donald Trump. He really is. And I know people are going to laugh about this and say, oh my God, where's your evidence? Listen, I've done enough research on Donald Trump to tell you this guy is fucking corrupt. And it's amazing how after all these years, people still fucking voted for him simply because they felt he would do better with the economy. Let's talk about how great he did with the economy. Who inherited a better economy? Donald Trump or Joe Biden? The answer is Donald Trump inherited a great economy from Barack Obama. And then he passed off a shitty economy to Joe Biden. But people like to bring up, oh, well, wait a second. Hold on a second. 1.9% inflation rate. That's so great. Less than 2%. Some of y'all have not done your research, okay? 2% inflation is optimal. Between 2 to 3% is optimal inflation across the country. Now, you're probably wondering, well, wait a second. Why are grocery prices so high? Why are gas prices so high? Well, understand something, okay? The president has very little to do with the price of groceries and the price of gas. They have very little to do with it. But guess who actually does control the price of oil? OPEC, big oil, how much supply and demand is kind of coming into it, which has nothing to do with the president. We don't naturalize the oil industry, but some of y'all are too stupid to understand this shit. You're just going to let your feelings get in the way of things. Listen, gas could have been $10 a gallon and I still would have voted for Biden, simply because I understand how gas works. And I have a better understanding how the price of gas and the price of oil actually works. But some of y'all just don't fucking understand this shit because you read the headlines and that's where you make your determination on this thing. I mean, if you feel upset by me just calling you out, I don't care. All right. I've stopped caring. I've stopped trying to be diplomatic, essentially. But the reason I'm bringing this up, though, is that, it's just Everybody is so up in arms about how Joe Biden pardoned his son and consider this corruption, but yet they are looking at Donald Trump as the man that is the most moral person, or the most moral person, at least corrupted person to lead this country. And I laugh at it. I laugh at it because I laugh at it simply because it's not fucking true. I mean, look at all the changes that are probably going to be coming. They're probably going to be coming after people like me, a veteran. They're coming after my pension and my disability. They're going to go after Medicare. They're going after Medicaid. They're going to go after Social Security. Now, people are like, oh, but Trump says he's not going to go after Social Security. Well, guess what? The Republican base just came out and says, well, maybe we might have to make some cuts to Social Security. And guess who never said a thing about cutting Social Security? That's right, Joe Biden, the president. And guess who also said nothing about making cuts to Social Security? Oh, that's right, Vice President Kamala Harris. But the thing is I find it amazing. And I know some people are going to come after me about this, and I don't really give a shit. I said what I said, and I stand by it. I'm willing to go on a platform and say, this dumb motherfucker here is going to come after us. This dumb motherfucker is going to bring the most unqualified people into his cabinet. But it's amazing like how the mainstream media has highlighted the fact that Joe Biden pardoned his son. Now, here's the thing. People are saying that Joe Biden lied about not pardoning his son. I was surprised just as anybody else. But do I think he actually lied? No. I think he changed his mind. Because Kash Patel, the most unqualified person to become the director of the FBI, says he's going to make it his mission to go after every enemy of Trump and the Biden crime family. That's right, the Biden crime family. He's made that abundantly clear. So, of course, Joe Biden's going to protect his only living son. And again, do I agree with it? Not necessarily. But it's too late for me to say that, though. I can disagree with it all the fuck that I want to. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. Hunter Biden, the crimes that he has been found guilty of are fucking petty compared to the crimes that Steve Bannon, Roger Stone, Charles Kushner, and all these other fucking war criminals have committed, but Trump pardoned them or gave them clemency. But nobody wants to talk about that. They just say, oh, Trump derangement syndrome. Oh, you fucking assholes. You people are not consistent. You don't like the fact that Joe Biden is willing to protect his own son. That's it. You'll swear up and down that Joe Biden is corrupt and Hunter Biden is corrupt when Jim Jordan and James Comer have literally had investigations for the past 2 years and they haven't dug up shit. Like, it's pretty, like Jared Moskowitz from Florida actually called them out. It's like, listen, if you guys want to file articles of impeachment against Joe Biden, I'll vote with you. And Jim Jordan, with his smug fucking look, basically says, oh, well, you know, we don't just jump the gun like you guys do. It's because they don't have any evidence whatsoever. They have no proof whatsoever. If y'all have proof against Joe Biden, by all fucking means, bring it forward. Let's go right ahead. Bring charges. And then, like, charge him properly like the justice system is supposed to do. But the thing is, y'all don't have a fucking argument about it as of right now. We had a case about Donald Trump, but because Merrick Garland drug his fucking feet, now Donald Trump won the fucking election. I mean, a lot of us on the left are really pissed off at Merrick Garland, and we have every right to be, because of Donald Trump now being reelected, it basically means you can commit as many crimes as you want to, and you can still be elected president. If that's not corruption, I don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, it's almost as the equivalent of Al Capone becoming president of the United States. I mean, if Al Capone was to run for president right now and he said, make America great again, those dumbasses would vote for his ass simply because he just uses another dumbass catchphrase. I'm just completely like stunned, but I'm not surprised. But am laughing at your pearl clutching. I am laughing at how much you're offended, because you can't talk about how you voted for morals, you voted for value, you voted for Christianity, you voted for all these great things, but yet you voted for Donald Trump. And then you're offended and you're pearl clutching by Joe Biden pardoning Hunter Biden. So anyway, if you liked or hated this video, feel free to hit like, share, subscribe, and feel free to comment down below, okay? Because if you're not going to comment in this video and just stay mad at me or something like that, you know, I don't care. Go for it. Fucking have at it. Because I've given people plenty of chances to actually debate me on these topics, but there are many that just choose not to. That's entirely your decision. But I always leave this platform open for people to challenge me on these points of view, but there are many that just simply will not do it. That's your decision. The fact of the matter is I know I'm right. I have the arrogance to say that I know I'm right because I've done enough research on these topics, and that's all I do. When I come home from work, I do research on every single topic. I don't just talk my ass out my ass like most other people do. So anyway, whether you like or hate this video, feel free to comment down below what you feel about this video, and I will definitely see you the next time on the Alex Kirsch Project. Take care.